Hello there, and welcome to the world of Pokemon. My name is Professor Jacob, and thank you so much for attending this lecture on Pokemon biology. Joining me here in the classroom today is, of course, my wonderful teaching assistant, Mr. Curtis. Mr. Curtis, if you could please say hello to everybody.
Why, hello there, Professor. And hello to you too, Corbin. And
thank you.
Our esteemed students at home.
Why are you talking like you're a cartoon character?
This is the new Mr. Curtis. I'm turning a new leaf for the new year.
Okay.
And I'm going to be an even better, more proactive, friendly teaching assistant.
Well, we're already a week into the new year.
Please blink. Please.
Yeah, you are very close to
He's
Corbin
really
as well.
straight.
I
his
never
face.
want to take my eyes off of you ever.
Okay, all right. Why don't you back up a little bit, buddy? This is really uncomfortable. Okay.
All right, well, Mr. Curtis already kind of introduced him, but we also have here in the classroom today our trainer in training, young Corbin. If you could say hello to everybody, please.
Huh? What? Oh, sorry. I'm just distracted by his face. He will not blink. He is straight. It looks like he peeled somebody else's skin off and is wearing it on his face. This is just... Ooh, I'm glad this is not a, there's no video element to this class, because this is the most terrifying thing I've ever seen. Oh my goodness. Hi everyone.
Now, Corbin.
Hi. It's good to be here in class. I'm excited for the new year. New year, new experiences, new Pokemon to learn about, new Pokedex entries. Do I hear a new region, maybe?
This year?
I don't know about
this
that.
year, maybe. Yeah.
This year, maybe. Yeah, I think we'll make it to
Are we going to start
different...
Johto this year?
You know, we'll see. We'll see where the wind takes us and how, I mean, we'll see if this class lasts long enough. I've heard some musings from the principal that he's planning on defunding us. But,
man. So then what would happen?
Don't worry about that. I won't let that happen at all.
Can you stop? Sounds like
I don't like this.
Sounds like bad voice acting.
That
Stop.
is you are what are you planning to do then, Mr. Curtis? What's your plan to keep him from,
whatever it takes.
You can't.
That's for me to know and you to just enjoy class.
Why are you patting your backpack like that? What do you have?
I don't like it.
Are you threatening the principal? This is on the record. You've
I
already
would
been
never
you've already been
would
guilty
never
of drowning
threaten
the Squirtle and killing it.
Mhm.
So I mean, you really want to add more to your rap sheet, Mr. Curtis?
Well, he wasn't guilty. He wasn't.
I was never formally charged.
It's time
Everything
to.
was dropped.
New year, new you. It's time to confess. It's
It is
time to own up.
Yeah,
No.
let's hear.
Let's hear it.
Mr. Curtis.
No, I there's nothing to say that
The
never
professor
happened.
compels you to tell the truth. It's against the law to disobey him.
The professor compels you.
Professor, can I get you a glass of water or
Why are you gonna drown me in
a
it?
nice soda?
Oh,
how about
got
a
him.
coffee?
No, I don't need any drinks. I don't think, Mr. Curtis. Thank you for offering. Instead, I think we should really hunker down, and start to talk about, our Pokemon of the day. Does anybody know who we're talking about today?
Ooh.
I will say, Mr. Curtis, you should be very excited for this Pokemon.
Yes, I am. We're talking about Decidueye, right?
Oh.
No.
Really?
No. We're not talking about Decidueye.
No, but I think Decidueye eats this type of Pokemon.
I don't think it does. I'm not sure. I'm not sure exactly on the eating habits.
Professor,
of
I said the
Decidueye.
type, not the species.
The type?
The type. Bug. It's a bug type.
It is a bug type. Decidueye is a grass type, though.
But it's flying too, right?
Is it also flying?
It's flying in grass.
Hold on,
Yeah.
Let me make sure. Let me just confirm that.
It's part bird Pokemon. Of course it's going to eat bugs.
Oh, it is flying. Okay. No, it's not. Actually, no, it's not. It's not. I was right. It's not flying.
What?
Decidueye is grass and ghost type, Corbin. You're thinking of Rowlet and Dartrix. It's pre-evolutionary forms.
Wow.
But by the time it gets to Decidueye, it is a ghost type. Grass and ghost. So, very weak to bugs. But yes, we are learning about a bug type, Mr. Curtis, which is why.
Thank you. The superior bug type.
All right. I'll give you $100. Stop talking like that.
You can't match my salary.
You don't have one.
We're not paying.
You're not paid. We've been over this.
That's right.
I think it's Slicer, right?
I'm in a good mood. I'm in a good mood today. I'm gonna give that one to you, Corbin.
Nice.
So golden star for Corbin. There you go.
You're in a good mood. You sniff Gary the Shroomish on the way into class.
Absolutely not.
Man, Gary has been on extended leave. We haven't really had Gary around for a while, and you can definitely tell the lawn maintenance is really starting to. Listen, I'm just saying.
After the school,
Professor
and
Oak
half
would
the
come
city...
and prevent you from walking in that tall grass.
Well, I also think the fact that the city and the school was, destroyed by a Kangaskhan earthquake. I don't think the grounds have been the priority.
No, well, I mean, they redid the entire school. I think the landscaping would be a part of that, but whatever.
Well, I mean, look, where is Gary? Is he on sabbatical?
Yeah.
Did we have confirmation that he survived the events of that fateful day? I mean, where is he?
He does send me some letters every so often. I don't know how he writes them. I'm pretty sure Shroomishes don't have hands, so I'm not quite sure how he writes them.
Maybe he's tongue.
But yeah, no, he told us when he left that it was always his lifelong dream to climb Mount Silver. So
no kidding. Well, he's probably gonna die because he's little.
He's been writing me letters, so he's not dead yet.
Yeah, he must be dictating them.
How? He doesn't speak English.
I mean, but he has a very
I speak Shroomish, so I can read what he writes.
That's
I was to say it's a very lovely speaking voice.
Anyway, so Slicer's the Pokemon today?
Close. It's Scyther. We're learning about Scyther.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, that's okay. That's
how you didn't have it. Quite,
gotcha. Okay. Well, I almost did.
Yes. Yeah. Sure. We're learning about Scyther. It's a bug and flying type. It's the first bug type Pokemon that we've talked about since Venomoth, I believe. It's been there's not too terribly many bug types in the Kanto region. I think we have only a couple more coming up.
And very, very resistant to grass. So I don't know if Decidueye would be very good against.
Yeah, Decidueye would get messed up if it were to try to fight a Scyther. Absolutely.
Just saying.
Oh yeah, no kidding.
As would all Pokemon trying to fight a bug type. I mean, let's be honest. Bug type is the most superior.
I think anybody could take out a Metapod, so you're wrong.
Yeah, what are your views and opinions on Metapod?
Not when it sloshes all that good juice all over you.
Can you not say good
wants
juice?
To fight it. Nobody wants to fight after that.
Yeah, that's true. That's
Everybody's got a plan until they got Metapod juice all over them.
That's right.
That could go on a T-shirt.
No, stop it with the T-shirts. What is this T-shirt thing you have going on?
Listen. The hat business is not taken off.
Oh no!
All right,
so sorry
maybe
to hear that.
T-shirts. I feel like some of the virtual students would like T-shirts. Am I right? Yeah, we would. See.
Whoa! Who let them in the class? Get them out of here.
That was me, Curtis. That was
Curtis.
That was a joke.
Hey! This is a closed classroom.
I fooled
Nobody's
all
allowed
of them.
in here unless they have the pass.
I fooled all of them. I'm so good at this.
Also, Corbin, what do you mean your hat business isn't taking off? I mean, I assume that you have to take them off at some point. The hats. You have to take the hats off.
I get it.
Yeah. You're not laughing, though, which is why I would...
That's a good joke.
Thank you.
New year, same laugh from Mr.
Here,
Curtis.
Professor, you get a gold star.
What?
Oh, thank you.
You can't give...
Ow, you poked it into my eyeball. Ow.
That's cheating. He's the professor. He doesn't get gold stars.
I can get gold stars.
Yeah, sure you can. I just gave him one.
Yeah, Mr. Curtis can't get gold stars, though, because he gives them out, so he can't receive them.
That's right. I'm a giver, not a taker.
We're losing track of the class here, and I think we need to refocus. Has anybody seen a Scyther in person? They are very rare. They don't show themselves to humans that frequently, so I wouldn't be surprised if you haven't.
Have not seen one in person. I did one time when I was little, when I was in the Johto region. I did see the bug catching contest, and there was a crowd of people, and I saw a glimpse of a Scyther, but I didn't get a good, full frontal view of it.
It's very sharp.
Yeah, so you have seen one then, Mr. Curtis.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm familiar with all bug types.
Yes, that is true. You have an affinity for them, I've heard.
Mm-hmm. Some would say
I have
fetish.
I have one here today. So if we would like to see her, would you all be okay?
Oh, a girl.
Okay, sure.
Yes,
sure.
let's see her. Let's take a gander.
Scyther. All right, here is Scyther.
Oh wow, she's beautiful. Look at those.
Yeah.
Look at those giant knives on her. Ooh, cut my steak.
You'd be surprised. That's actually one of the functions of those that we call them scythes.
Okay.
Scyther, you get it, yeah.
Okay, I understand. You know what?
Yes.
Would be a really cool profession for a scyther. Hibachi. I'm a hibachi chef.
Oh yeah, that would be. I mean, honestly, having a scyther in the kitchen would be a massive help.
Oh
honestly.
my! Listen, I've already completed the pitch of Pokemon for the day. Hibachi
I was gonna
Grill.
say,
Your private hibachi chef. There you go.
Well, we aren't doing a pitch of Pokemon today, unfortunately.
If you say we're doing a quiz, I'm jumping out of this window.
Then I be so excited for that quiz.
Shut
Well,
up.
you'll just have to stick around and find out what we do at the end of class. But while we have Scyther out here, is anything you notice about her? Anything that you would like to note?
Well, she's very green.
Green, yes.
obviously
Coloring is important.
She kind of has a very fierce-looking face, like she's mad, but
Yes.
I don't think that she is. It's kind of hard to
Just
tell.
intense. I
Just
think it's
intense.
just
Very
intense. Scyther's
menacing. Yeah.
intense.
Big feet.
Don't accuse her of having RBF. Okay,
What does that mean?
not very polite.
Yeah, what does that mean, Mr. Curtis? You could spell it out for us.
Yeah, I want to know
Yeah.
what RBF means.
Yeah, what is RBF? Specifically, what do the words in RBF mean?
Resting birch face.
No, I thought it was resting Bidoof face. It's when you just look like an
Even
idiot.
better. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't say that Scyther looks like an idiot.
Professor Birch, Bidoof. They both look like idiots. So whichever one you want to go with.
Wow, insulting a professor is very uncharacteristic of you, Mr. Curtis.
Wow.
Oh, you are the one and only professor for me, Professor. The other professors.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, clearly you have a disdain for.
Not as good as you.
Yes. So green, kind of a very intense face. Anything else? Maybe?
Segmented bodies, body parts. Like
Yeah.
like a lot, like the legs and the hips and the arms. They're all kind of like separated by like a tiny little yellowish. I don't even know what you would call it. It's like very
like a
little.
bridge.
Like a bridge, yeah, between
Yeah,
body
it's
parts.
like a platform between body parts.
Sure, yeah. It's like a tendon or something. I don't know.
She has some nice wings.
Yes,
Wings are good.
wings. Yes, remember, Scyther is also a flying type Pokemon.
No kidding. Okay.
So it can fly. I think Butterfree was also a bug flying type Pokemon. So it's not uncommon for bug type Pokemon to also have a secondary flying typing.
Sure, yeah. They got to get around somehow, right?
Yeah, but Butterfree. That
Sure.
we already talked about. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yanma's one.
Yanma, yeah.
Dunsparce.
Yeah.
Vespa Queen.
Yes.
I've made this clear before. It is Vespa Quen, not Queen. And you
yes.
put some pretty hard emphasis on the Queen there, almost as if you were
she's-
trying to antagonize me.
Well, she's a queen, but
She is a
preach.
queen, but she's also a Quen.
Yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
Matt. Beautifly. Beautifly is one.
That might actually be pretty cool to put on a t-shirt. She's a queen, but she's also a Quen.
I actually don't think that would be good to put on a t-shirt.
You don't think so? Like a Vespa Quen on it and
No.
be like, she's a queen, but also a Quen.
I'm not gonna lie. Any bug themed T-shirt.
You got it?
I'm gonna buy that one.
Pre-order that?
I'm in.
All right. I got Mr. Curtis's purchase.
All right, that's one.
Cool.
Okay, so another very amazing and impressive thing about Scyther is, sure, they have these claws or these scythes. They aren't just for show. As you can see, I have a big log here in my hand.
Miss Professor, we have a bathroom. Okay? That's disgusting.
No, it's an actual log from a tree.
Oh, that's
Corbin,
cool. Nice.
you're the disgusting one. I thought you had grown out of this, but
No, I
clearly
thought
not.
that. I was gonna say,
Shame on you.
Shame.
What?
Shame
You've been
on you.
feeding him a high fiber diet. I've been seeing it, Mr. Curtis. I see-
feeding me.
It's true. I have been spiking his food
I
with
feed-
extra fiber supplements.
I feed myself.
Well-
All right, thank you very much.
Okay.
Anyways, this log is getting heavy. So I'm going to throw this log into the air, and we'll see what Scyther does to it, all right?
All right. Let's go.
Okay, and...
Now, just picture that, but fried rice, and then boom, it's ready to go for hibachi.
well, or yeah, sure. For the virtual students at home, when I threw the log in the air, it did get sliced cleanly in half.
Right.
Yeah. Sorry, I guess that was really more of a visual learning opportunity for the students in class here today.
Yeah, it's kind of like that a lot with the Pokemon coming out. Like students at home really are missing a lot. They should show up to class every once in a while, so I don't have to be alone.
Yeah, or maybe I should just stop bringing Pokemon to class, huh?
No, Professor.
No,
That's lame.
You're lame.
Hey.
Okay, I think we've seen enough of Scyther. I mean, I guess we could name her if you would like.
Selena.
What'd you say?
Selena.
Selena.
Yeah.
It's okay. Mr. Curtis, do you have a name?
Sickle.
Wow. That's lame.
I don't know. I kind of like it because she's sick.
And a sickle's like a little scythe.
Yes.
How about Dawn?
Well, Dawn is a man's name.
Dawn is
from
girl.
The Pokedex.
No, that's a
Pokedex
girl.
entries.
Look, this Scyther is like Dawn. She is intimidating, but also very beautiful, and I think that would be a very good name.
Okay, we'll call her Donsicle.
Donsicle works. Yeah, sure.
Donsicle. All right, Donsicle. Time to go back to the Pokeball. All right. Yeah, I see you're looking longingly at the Pokeball, Corbin. Do you miss her already?
Yeah.
All right. You know what I think will raise your spirits?
Making me have the Pokemon?
Ooh, what, Professor? Have you got a quiz?
No. I'm gonna read some Pokedex entries. Actually.
Okay, that's fine. I'll allow
Oh,
it.
Professor.
Excellent. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Curtis. Do you not like the Pokedex entries?
Yeah, what's your deal?
No,
About
I
a
do.
bug type? Oh my goodness.
Wow, I know. I'm surprised. Who are you? I don't like this New Year, New Curtis. I don't
Yeah.
like it.
You've changed.
No,
for the worse.
I do. I'm so excited for the quiz because I know I'm going to do so good on it because I know so much about bugs.
That's everybody's least
That's all.
favorite segment of class. So we're not going to talk about that. We're going to enjoy the Pokedex entries now, and you're going to be quiet and listen.
I'm gonna relish in it.
Yeah, we're going to relish it, and then we're going to have some pickles, and then we're going to have jalapenos for lunch as we relish in it.
On a hot dog.
I like it.
Okay, starting in the Kanto region, as we always do. The first entry says, with ninja-like agility and speed, it can create the illusion that there is more than one.
You know, for a second, I did think that you brought 3 of them out. You know,
I know when Donsicle was moving so fast, it was hard to.
When she was cutting the log, woo, it was gnarly.
Yeah. By the way, I should have mentioned. I should have asked this. Does everybody here know what a ninja is? We all have a good understanding of what a ninja is.
I watch ninja movies all the time.
Great, Mr. Curtis. Do you? Oh, okay, it's good that you guys know what a ninja is because that'll be very, very important for all of these entries going forward.
Good.
All right, the next entry in the Kanto region says, leaps out of tall grass and slices prey with its scythes.
Ooh.
Yes. The movement looks like that of a ninja. So I just picture a ninja moving.
You love that. I love to see it.
The next entry says, moves incredibly quickly and shreds its enemy with its razor-sharp scythes. On rare occasion, it flies with its wings.
Rarely.
Yeah, sometimes, like, if it wants to, I guess.
When it's feeling the fun, it'll do it.
Yeah, I don't know what would cause it to do. Like, is it just a, I think I'm going to fly today kind of thing?
Get from point A to point B quicker.
Or if it's, like, in danger, maybe? I don't know.
If you need it to, like, run home real quick and pick up some groceries
or just wants to have fun because, girls just want to have fun.
Scythers do just want to have fun. Now, that's a t-shirt.
Now, that's honestly... All right, I'm actually going to write that one down.
No, it's not. I think it requires a little bit more before it can be a t-shirt.
Nope. Our virtual students will eat up anything we sell.
They won't.
I'm
Don't degrade our virtual students.
I'm
like that,
kidding. I'm totally joking.
All right. The last entry here from the Kanto region says, it tears and shreds prey with its wickedly sharp scythes. It very rarely spreads its wings to fly. All right. Pretty similar to the last one, but
So it's not a common thing that it does.
No, like I said, it's on rare occasions does it spread its wings.
Okay.
Which you should do more frequently. Like, you got to get out there, Scyther. You got to spread your wings.
Spread your wings.
Yeah, and see what's out in the world. Find your treasure, and really, just hold it close to you.
Yeah, exactly.
but gently with those big choppers.
Oh yeah, like scythes, great for cutting and slicing and all that kind of stuff.
Not for tenderly holding.
Not for hugging or opening doors or driving cars.
Hold on.
I'm holding.
I'm bringing back a segment that we established many weeks ago that I'd like to talk about. And
yes, I do remember this.
Remember this?
Yes.
We talked about this several weeks ago.
Huggability.
The huggability. Where do we rank Scyther on the huggability scale? I'm gonna say it too.
Oh, that is prime huggable real estate right there.
No,
you will literally be shredded.
I'm gonna say 9.5 out of 10.
You're an idiot.
That's ridiculously high. High. I'm gonna put Scyther at a 5 or a 6.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say this because it's not like it has to put the sharp part of the blade towards you.
Sure.
Right? It could do the flat part of the blade.
Right.
Right.
And so the blade could be facing away, which would protect you from anybody trying to interrupt your hug, which would make the hug even better. It's the safest hug you'll ever have. Oh, I changed my answer to 7.
Okay. Also, I want to say it's like, its torso area is curved and like has that like segment part in the middle that you could really wrap your hands around. So I think it's got a good shape for hugging. I still though even though it can like move the sides out, I'd still be worried about their sharpness. So that's why I'm putting it at like a 6.
Yeah, still concerning for sure. Yes.
All right. Do we have a jingle for the huggability portion of the lessons yet, or
we don't have a jingle for any segment of the lessons.
We briefly had a jingle for the quiz. Man, I miss those days.
We had a jingle for the quiz.
Yeah, very briefly. It was like for one lesson.
Oh man,
I don't remember that at all.
I'm getting old.
You're 10.
I'm still 10, but I feel old because wow, I don't remember that at all. Huggability. How about that?
We'll
workshop it. Okay, all right, fine.
We'll workshop that.
I can rap something.
Moving on to the Johto region. The first entry here says it slashes through grass with its sharp sides, moving too fast for the human eye to track.
Whoa.
Which is why it can make it look like there's more than one of itself, right?
So wouldn't that defeat the whole ninja thing if you can see where the grass is being demolished?
I mean, I'm not sure. Okay, so good point, Corbin.
You're welcome.
Now, so that does raise the question: why does it slash through grass with its sharp?
I feel like
sides?
it has its arms behind it while it's running.
It seems like this. From this Pokedex entry, it would make it seem like it's purposefully cutting through the grass.
Right. So why would it?
Why would it do that? What's the benefit?
I guess because grass is green and it's green. Maybe it uses a visual disruption for whoever it's attacking. I don't know.
Let me read the next entry. It says, when it moves, it leaves only a blur. If it hides in grass, its protective colors make it invisible.
Right.
So cutting
that's what I was going to say. I
grass,
feel like that would be counterintuitive to cut the grass because it's trying to hide.
It's a bad move.
Right.
Why would it? I mean, why would it slash through the grass? I don't understand.
Listen, it's a mystery,
Yeah, I don't understand this one. It's a weird thing for a Scyther to do.
Mm-hmm.
The next entry says it's very proud of its speed. It moves so fast that its opponent does not even know what knocked it down.
Wow, that's fun.
Yeah, this is assuming that the Scyther uncharacteristically knocks their opponent down instead of cutting through them with its sides.
Well, yeah, that's just when it's playing games, It can kill you whenever you want, or whenever it wants. Not when you want. You don't want it.
It really could. Now put this on a t-shirt just because it's a cautionary thing. Scyther can kill you whenever it wants because it can. It's so fast.
Listen, if we ever decide to manufacture and sell warning signs, I'll put that on there.
Sure, yeah, like a wet floor sign.
Like a wet floor sign.
Beware of Scythers.
Beware of Scythers. They will kill you whenever they want. Yep.
Scythers can and will kill you whenever they want. Yeah. Also, this is an interesting move from other bug type Pokemon that we've seen.
Yeah.
Like Caterpie and Weedle, their main thing, and a lot of other bug types have this trait too, is that their first form, their original form, is not fight. It doesn't fight. All of the stuff it has is to prevent it from getting into fights and scaring away or immobilizing its opponent, right?
Right.
Weedle has a pretty good horn.
Yeah, Caterpie raises stinks, and it has eye camouflage to make it look like it has a bunch of eyes, which freaks out smaller prey.
Sure, yeah,
right?
yeah.
And then Weedle has the poison, right? But I don't think it's using that poison to go and attack things. I think isn't it using it to protect itself when it gets attacked?
Yeah, I feel like it's more defensive from what I remember.
Yeah, so but this is, and then like their main thing is that they begin to evolve into a stronger form very quickly.
Right.
Scyther doesn't do that. Scyther doesn't evolve. It doesn't evolve from anything. It doesn't. Well, it does evolve into something, but it's like it's not like it levels up super quickly to evolve. It's very strong in this base form.
Right. Well, that's because it's basically an apex predator. It's got nothing that can top it. Why does it need to evolve?
Which is, well, I mean, I guess so, but that's just impressive for a bug type Pokemon.
It is.
That's right.
It really is.
But
we did learn about Parasect though, and I will say Parasect is pretty intense. Or Paris.
Well, Paris is the evolved form of Parasect. So.
No, Parasect is the evolved form of Paris.
Do I have the other way around?
I thought you were a Pokemon professor.
Excuse you, Corbin.
Now I'm thinking you're a bit of a poser. Okay.
Paris evolves into Parasect.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I can't remember which way that I said before.
You said it the wrong way, and I get a gold star.
Okay, no, you get nothing.
It is also zombified and has something mind controlling it. So that's pretty hardcore.
It's pretty metal. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, no, it's not. It's not steel type. It's bug and grass.
No, I meant like metals and like. You know what I mean?
I don't. That sounds more like poison because it sounds like you're throwing up.
No, I meant like metals and like. Like that.
Oh,
like
okay,
that,
like metal music. Yeah. I don't really listen to that kind of music.
Yeah, I'm glad I had this boombox next to me so I could show you what I was talking about.
Okay, yes, moving on. So that does it for the Johto region. Moving on to the Hoenn region. The first entry says, Scyther is blindingly fast. Its blazing speed enhances the effectiveness of the twin scythes on its forearms. This Pokemon's scythes are so effective, they can slice through thick logs in one wicked stroke.
All it takes is one stroke.
Wicked.
Should we put that on a t-shirt too?
No.
Okay.
Okay, so that entry, I mean, that's the only entry from the Hoenn region. There was another one, but, it's almost exactly the same thing, so I'm not going to read it.
Okay.
Moving on to the Sinnoh region. The first entry says, it is nearly impossible to parry its attacking scythes. Its movements are like a ninja's.
So what does parry the Psyduck have to do with this?
No. Parry as in deflect.
Oh,
right?
okay.
Deflect the attack.
Sorry. Like when you throw your erasers at me, Corbin, how did I just kind of knock them out of the air?
Right.
Just like that.
Right, okay. I got you. That makes sense.
Well, that's what he tries to do anyways. They do normally just end up smacking him in the face, which is pretty funny.
Yeah.
The next entry says, the sharp scythes on its forearms become increasingly sharp by cutting through hard objects.
Okay, so it's like a natural knife sharpener.
Yeah, like a whetstone kind of thing.
Yes.
Which I still don't think it answers the question as to why it cuts through grass, because grass is not particularly hard, right?
No.
So I don't think that's gonna make its scythes sharper. So again, still a mystery as to why it cuts down grass.
Well, again, I think it's doing it to confuse people.
It's confusing me. It's working.
It's working.
I'm confused. Consider me confused.
Yep.
I might accidentally attack myself in my confusion.
Yeah.
Anyways, so that does it for the Sinnoh region. Nothing new from the Unova or the Kalos region. So let's move on to the Alola region. All right. The first entry in the Alola region says, it confuses its prey with its quick ninja-like movements. Then, in an instant, it cleaves them with its scythes.
Ooh.
Dead.
Wow, man. Someone could say it's a cleaver. That's kind of cool.
or a scyther.
I wouldn't say that.
Oh, okay. That's fine. The next entry says, while young, they live together deep in the mountains, training themselves in how to fight with their scythes and move at high speeds.
Wow. So they train together, huh?
Yeah. They're basically always doing double team, is what I've come to the conclusion.
That's not... Double team is not when you hang out with two other people.
No, but I mean, it's moving so fast, it's just looks like multiple versions of itself.
Yeah, but that's not what it says.
Well, not in this one in particular, but I mean, it keeps talking about that in all the entries.
How
so.
fast it moves. He sometimes he likes to, reflect on what we've already learned.
Yeah, he's always, 3 steps behind.
Random moment in the lesson.
It's come together to me in my head. It's like all the puzzle pieces fit together.
I'm glad it makes sense for you.
All the calculations he was doing in his head, like the trigonometry and stuff.
Oh my god, yeah.
And it finally clicked.
That's right.
I figured it out. It's like Double Team, and then me and Corbin are like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, we don't know.
That we talked about that 10 minutes ago.
I'm sorry.
Anyways, the next entry here says, its 2 sharp scythes are more than just weapons. It uses them with dexterity to dress its prey before eating. Go ahead and make the joke you're thinking about, Corbin.
Wait.
About why would it put clothes on its prey?
No, I was
before it
thinking,
eats it?
you said it addresses its prey? Like, what does it say? Like, I'm gonna eat you now? Like, what does that mean?
No. It dresses its prey, as in prepares it to be
eaten. Like hibachi, like
Yeah.
shing shing, like
pretty much exactly like hibachi. So yeah, I mean, it's like this Pokemon would be an incredible chef, I think.
That's what I said. I mean, listen,
I agree. I absolutely agree.
I'm in the market for a good chef, so.
Well, unfortunately, you can't own a Pokemon yet, Corbin. So
you haven't got.
I can borrow one.
No, you can't. Nope, you can't. In fact, you can't loan out Pokemon until you have a different license, and you can't get that license until you get this license.
Well,
how are they going to be able to trust you with a loan Pokemon if we can't trust you with your own Pokemon?
Right, exactly. It's a higher level.
Is this part of the pop quiz today? I don't understand what the answer is.
Maybe, yeah, you should be writing this down.
Oh, okay.
It might be part of the pop quiz. All right, the last entry in the Alola region says, some call it a ninja. Its movements, imperceptibly quick, are sufficient to cleave the air in two. It's very popular in Alola. Why? I don't know. I don't know why it's popular in Alola.
Cuts down palm trees so you can get to the coconuts better.
Maybe. Oh, maybe. I guess I could see that. Just be careful you don't accidentally cut down a Alolan Executor.
Yeah, that would suck.
Oh,
that would be gruesome to see. All right. Moving on to the Galar region, the first entry here says, as Scyther fights more and more battles, its scythes become sharper and sharper. With a single slice, Scyther can fell a massive tree.
Wow.
Yeah, so we've moved on from logs to massive trees.
That makes sense.
I feel like they like to embellish things over in the Galar region.
Yeah, they're a little.
I mean, but a log is a tree. I mean, let's
be real. I mean, it's just a tree that's standing up.
Okay, but it's just a log. I mean, you would have to say a massive log to get the same kind of idea as a massive tree.
Understand? I see what you're saying.
Maybe, yeah.
Anyways, the next entry says, if you come across an area in a forest where a lot of trees have been cut down, what you found is a Scyther's territory.
Ooh.
And then I assume they forgot to add this, but we're planning on adding, get out, leave, don't come back, don't even look back.
Yeah, get out, leave right now. It's the end of you and probably me. So
if we don't.
Yes.
Too late. It's already
behind you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Too late. Can't wait.
Whoops! You're already dead. It's already cut you, and you're just waiting for your torso to fall away from your legs, just like
right. You're pretty much just picking your small intestine off the ground at that point.
You're saying, "Oh man, I've never gotten such a good close-up view of my feet before. Oh wait, my head's on the ground."
Right. Exactly.
That
makes sense. Yeah.
Yes, that's exactly. Put that on a t-shirt.
No.
Okay.
Okay, I'm writing it down right now, Professor.
Thank you. Okay, that does it for the entries in the Galar region. We have an entry from the Hisui region, some ancient texts that we have dug up from the ground.
Yeah.
It says, the large, wickedly sharp scythes on its forearms are truly fearsome weapons. Prey's attempts to flee are unfailingly thwarted by this Pokemon's nimble motions.
Love it.
Yes. Now, this is very interesting. We actually have our first entries from the Paldea region.
Woo!
I know, but
All
I'm so excited that we've
right.
included them into the National Pokedex Society.
This is a big deal.
However, it kind of
it's time to go back and read all the previous ones.
Well,
right?
no, we're not going to do that. That'd be too much.
Okay.
Unfortunately, these entries are they've just copied what other regions have written.
You
so it's a little bit disappointing.
Come on.
I know. They're too busy making sandwiches. That sounds. I feel bad. I feel like that's a stereotype.
Feels a little derogatory.
They do really like sandwiches.
They do really like sandwiches.
They love them.
It's like
I'm
curry.
sorry to our listeners from the Paldea region. That was uncouth of me to say.
Yeah, now you're gonna get canceled now.
Okay. Anyways, that does it for the regional Pokedex entries. We have actually a lot of unique Pokedex entries here.
Man.
This first one's very interesting. It's actually a weird combination entry. It comes to us from Ash's Pokedex, and it's on Scyther and Electabuzz.
Wait, at the same time?
Yeah, it put them together for some reason. I don't know why.
Okay. Maybe they were standing next to each other at the time.
I guess so. And Ash's Pokedex is like, oh, I can't today. I'm gonna mix these two. I'm gonna find some similarities between the two and just put that in a sentence and say I'm done. Anyways, this is the sentence I came up with. Scyther and Electabuzz are both rare Pokemon.
Sure.
They are able to distinguish colors and become enraged by the color red.
Now that's interesting. I don't remember that being mentioned anywhere else in the Pokedex.
No, this is the first time.
Wow.
I guess this is some secret knowledge that Ash's Pokedex knows and no other Pokedexes know.
So I guess Scyther and Electabuzz aren't fans of our class colors.
What are those again?
Classic red and slightly darker red.
Yes.
Yeah.
The next entry also comes to us from Ash's Pokedex. This is at a different time, I guess. He saw Scyther. It says, Scyther, the Mantis Pokemon. Its claws are sharp as swords, and it is a powerful flyer. This Pokemon is rarely seen by humans and almost never captured.
Never.
It just cuts the Pokeball in half.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it really would have to want to be captured. Because I don't think you're going to capture this thing if it doesn't want to be captured. Now, the next entry here this is like a combination entry, I guess. Not combining two Pokemon, but it's like connected to the one that I just read. It's about Scyther, but more specifically, it's about Scyther's sword dance maneuver.
Cool.
Okay.
Yes, so it says, Swords Dance, Scyther's special attack. Scyther spins furiously to focus its energy and increase its attack power.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Like, it does a cool little dance, and that makes it stronger, I guess.
It's like a tornado girl. Woo!
Yeah, I mean, maybe it's using that, like, the air pressure to sharpen its blades, or maybe just getting pumped up.
Getting pumped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pumped.
Building some
right.
centrifugal motion.
That's not it.
Some centrifugal?
It's centrifugal.
Centrifugal.
That's it. He got that.
Yeah, centrifugal.
Okay, the last entry comes to us from Go's Rotom Phone. It says, Scyther, the Mantis Pokemon, a bug flying type. The twin scythes on Scyther's forearms can slice through logs in one stroke. It's cool. I mean, I'm sure it could slice through a lot more. I mean, we have Pokemon that can knock down skyscrapers just by running into them. It's cutting a log in half is not really the most impressive thing.
Yeah, but it can cut the Pokemon in half that bring down the skyscrapers. So who's really in charge?
But can it? Or do those Pokemon have the same, I don't know, hardness and density as a log?
I don't think so.
Because, I mean, maybe a massive tree? I don't know. I think I've seen Scyther in action, and I think it can cut through a lot more things than just a log.
Sure, yeah.
We're not doing it justice in these entries.
No, we're not.
All right, so before we move on to the testing portion of the lesson, everybody's favorite, my favorite, Mr. Curtis's favorite.
No.
Yes,
no.
and maybe it's a pop quiz. Who knows? I don't know.
I
It
don't
could be
want
a pop quiz. Well, you'll learn eventually. We actually have an essay here written for us, provided by Anya. I believe we've received an essay from her before. Was it on Kangaskhan, I believe?
You know,
you can correct me if I'm wrong.
I think you are correct.
Oh, thank you. Wow, how very nice of you, Corbin. It's very nice for you to hear you say that I'm correct for a change.
Well, maybe you should try being correct more. I'll call it out.
He should say it more often, because you're always correct, Professor.
Absolutely. I mean, I can't argue with that, right? Because if I were to argue with it, I'd be wrong. And, I'm just not wrong. All right, so let me go ahead and read this excellent essay written by Anya. It starts off with, Scyther is a relatively well-known bug and flying-type Pokemon. Standing at just under 5 feet tall, Scyther can be quite imposing in appearance and is popular among teens and comic book enthusiasts, as they may view it as like a ninja-like figure. Yeah, I mean, that's what the Pokédex entries say. With a light green layer of pigment coating its exoskeleton, Scyther can easily camouflage into natural environments and sports a segmented body with a main abdomen, thorax, and thick legs protruding from spiked appendages on its lower torso. A set of tandem wings jut out stiffly from its back, just barely large enough for this Pokemon to fly. Because of its considerable weight, the whirring of a Scyther's wings can be heard far before the Pokemon is seen, as it pumps its wings more than 15 times per second to stay aloft. Woo. Wow. And that's some pretty intense information. I'm not sure. I mean, it's not in the Pokédex entry, so you must have.
She may have done her own in-person research with a Scyther.
Yes, studying in person. So excellent work. Excellent work. It goes on to say, just below these wings, we come to what Scyther is best known for. Twin blades, making up a majority of its arms, are used as far more than just weapons. Scyther will use them with surprising dexterity to skin its prey before tearing into it with sharp teeth.
Yummy.
Adaptions such as camouflage and the aforementioned scythes make this Pokemon a fantastic hunter, and keen, forward-facing eyes mounted atop a spiked head allow it to easily locate and lock onto its next victim.
Ooh.
Victim is a bit a strong word.
I love it.
Here.
I love it.
I think prey, maybe opponent. Victim does, much like Beedrill, make it sound like it's a serial killer going on to murder.
Well,
things.
the way she's writing it kind of makes it sound like that, and I'm not against it. It's pretty cool.
All right, the next it goes on to say, sorry, I got into Pokedex mode there. That was weird. The next paragraph says, being a very proud Pokemon, Scyther will take incredible care of its treasured scythes, moving with calculated maneuvers and taking the utmost care not to scratch or chip them. As they grow older, young Scythers begin to realize that frequent use will further harden their scythes and will seek out trees and other solid objects to sharpen them against as they venture further away from their home colony. A quick note here, this is like a footnote thing that they've added. Many unfortunate Sudowoodo have become victims of teenage Scyther, mistaking them for a small tree and promptly slicing them down.
Oh, that's brutal.
It's an epidemic.
Wow.
It's horrible. I mean, you just go out to see a field of trees cut down, and then
you'll see a couple Sudowoodo bodies. That's rough,
just
dude.
Legs still running. Oh god, it's a brutal scene. It's weird that you laugh at that, Corbin. That's a terrible thing to think of.
I'm so uncomfortable,
Oh, okay, you just laugh when you're uncomfortable. That's
I want to die inside.
Don't we all? All right. It goes on to say, when it comes to the battling scene, this Pokemon is no less efficient. Scyther and its evolution Scyther are very common among pro battlers, and after seeing one in action, it is clear to see why. They utilize purposeful, pre-planned movements to ensure that none of their energy is wasted, and have been known to cut down foes more than 10 times their size by finding the perfect place to jab them and bring them to the ground. If a Scyther is trained diligently, it will be able to move fast enough to create the illusion that there is more than one of itself, confusing simple-minded opponents.
Like Mr. Curtis.
You were also confused when we threw a Donsicle out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can't deny it. You can't deny it.
All right, that's fair. That's fair. I'll allow it.
The last paragraph says, legends from the Hisui region speak of this Pokemon as being unfathomably powerful, imperceptibly quick movements strong enough to cleave the very air in two.
Ooh.
Whew, that was a rough sentence. For me to read, not written. It's an excellently worded.
No,
sentence.
She's way smarter than you.
I don't know about that. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Anya for president. No, I'm just kidding. Don't take my spot.
Maybe. Oh, an endorsement from
No.
the incumbent.
No. I was kidding. It was a joke. It was a joke. You stepped. No. Resign, Anya. No.
She's not in office. She can't resign. Anyways, the next, it goes on to say, many still seek out Scyther, either for their weapons or to catch them and parade the Pokemon around like a simple commodity. But the species has thrived living in the shadows of forests, and any that have gained the trust of this furtive creature ought to be treated with the utmost respect, as their fiercely loyal companion will always be waiting to strike down those that wrong them.
Wow. If Scyther didn't sound incredible before, it definitely does now.
Sounds like a cool, reliable, awesome bug-type Pokemon, as all bug-type Pokemon.
Yeah, one of the very few awesome and reliable bug-type Pokemon.
The only awesome bug-type Pokemon we've discussed so far, I would say. Honestly.
But anyways, thank you so much, Anya. That was an incredible essay, and of course you will be getting, I'm noting down your extra credit points right here, and Mr. Curtis is, of course, prepping your gold star as we speak.
Oh, yes. It's coming.
Beautiful.
He's crafting it in the forges and flame. That is it for the Pokedex entries on Scyther. I think it's time we moved on to our testing portion of the lesson.
No.
Getting out my Rotom laptop. Let's go.
So, I pulled
ready to send a quiz.
I'm pulling a little switcheroo on you guys. I don't think I'm gonna do a quiz today. I'm not gonna do a pop quiz.
Hooray!
A pop quiz. You really gotta fool them with a pop quiz sometimes.
What?
Sometimes you gotta say you're having a pop quiz and then you don't have one, and sometimes you gotta say you're not having a pop quiz and then you have one. That's how you really make it a pop quiz when you do have it.
I love when you lie to us.
But Professor, I already got my Rotom laptop out.
Well, you can keep it out if you want to use it to help you type up some notes for our debate today.
Professor!
Yes. So I have a very, very good, I personally, I think it's a good debate question. I guess I should quickly go over the rubric for our debates. It's very important. All right. So in this debate, you must include information that we learned in class. 2, you must demonstrate an understanding of the Pokemon's unique attributes and abilities. 3, you must build an argument around proven facts about the topic Pokemon. And 4, you must respond to at least one of the opponent's arguments with a legitimate counter-argument.
Okay.
All right. And, I think we know enough about the debate structure at this point. I don't have to read it out. I think you guys know. And it will make itself evident as we go on. So, today's debate question is, and I've already decided who's going to have what, beyond which side.
What, really?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh. Okay.
So, the question is, which is Scyther's most effective weapon? Corbin, you will be defending its scythes, and Mr. Curtis, you will be defending its speed. All right. So take your time. Write your opening statements and potential responses to arguments that you might predict from your opponent, and let me know when you're ready.
So what is his most effective weapon? Scythes?
Yes.
Okay.
And you are defending its scythes, and Mr. Curtis is defending its speed. So just prepare for that. I know you were definitely listening the first time.
I was writing it down.
Sure. Okay. Okay, you guys have been staring at your papers for a very long time now. Are you ready to go? Or are you just scared?
I'm ready. I'm ready, Freddy.
The gauntlet. Mr. Curtis, how about you? Are you ready?
Oh, I am extremely fastly ready to. Okay,
all right. This expert wordsmanship, I think, is going to prove you very well in this debate. Yes. All right, Corbin. You are up first, so you can give us your opening statement. And right. I believe you were on the side of Scyther's scythes are its most effective weapon. So let's hear what you have to say.
All right. So thank you, everybody, for being here. I know you have to be, but here is my argument.
Oh, I'm here.
Shut
I love to be here.
My turn. So what is Scyther's most effective weapon? And I'm here to argue it is the scythes. So let me start off first with a definition. A weapon is defined as a thing designed or used for inflicting bodily harm or physical damage. Now, I don't know about you, but speed is not designed to inflict bodily damage. That's not its sole purpose. Speed is not designed.
Right away.
Speed is a trait. It is an ability. The scythes are specifically designed. It is evolved the scythes in order to fight, to inflict pain, to hunt, to cut, to do whatever. Without them, the speed is nothing, and it cannot effectively hurt those around it. It's just moving quickly, confusing people, but it has no way of actually taking down its enemies or cutting logs or whatever it is that it needs to do. It's not going to be able to do any of that because it needs not speed, but scythes to do it. Speed helps also sharpen the weapons. It's an aid in the function of a scyther, but it is not the weapon itself. I rest my case.
Okay, well, I mean, don't rest it quite yet. We still have a couple of other chances to speak, Corbin. So
the case has been rested.
All right. Well, then I guess Corbin is I don't know, giving all of the rest of his remaining time to you.
No. I'll unrest it. It's awake.
Okay. Okay. All right. Mr. Curtis, it is your turn to give your opening statement, and then if you would like, you can respond to some of Corbin's opening statement. Take it away.
Sure. Well, thank you, Professor, and Corbin, of
yes.
course. Let me start off by saying, what is the most dangerous weapon?
Scythes.
A nuclear bomb.
I would argue it's the one you don't know is coming.
Oh.
The Pokédex even says it moves so fast you don't even know what hit him. Its attacks are imperceptibly quick. Let me ask you this. How can you defend from an attack you can't even see coming? If you can't even perceive it, I would argue it doesn't even matter what you attack with at that point. Now, Corbin would say, okay, now I'm going into the response.
It's okay, you don't need to tell me. I understand.
All right. Well, that was my opening statement. Now I'm going to respond to Corbin.
Okay.
Now, Corbin would say that Corbin would argue that these are mutually exclusive and that the scythes are very important. In fact, Corbin's right about this. And not the mutually exclusive part, but the fact that the scythes are very important.
All right, case closed. Corbin's right.
Thank you.
In fact, one would say the scythes are vital and intrinsic to what makes a scyther a scyther.
These are some of the largest words I've ever heard Mr. Curtis use.
But is it the most important? No. There are plenty of Pokemons with blades. Kricketune, for example. Lurantis, which is known as the Bloomsicle Pokemon. But what makes Scyther so unique is the speed at which it can attack with those blades. Thank you. I rest my case.
Don't stop resting your case. You have more time to talk.
My case is rested, is asleep.
All right, Corbin, it is your turn to respond to Mr. Curtis's statements, whether you want to respond to his opening statement or his response to your response. It's up to you. And then when you're done with that, you can make your closing statement. Take it away.
I'm going to respond to all of it, actually.
Okay.
So Curtis said at one point that it doesn't matter what you attack with, that speed is basically the weapon. Because it doesn't matter because it's going so fast. I mean, at some point, like, that's not true. Because you can, like, yeah, it can be fast. But, like, nowhere in the Pokedex does it say that Scyther is a sturdy or hardened Pokemon. Its strength is in its scythes, right? That's where the strength comes from. So, like, it can whiz around and do all these crazy things, but, like, what's it going to do if it didn't have the scythes? Just run into you? Is it basically just going to use takedown, or is it going to charge somebody, or just, like, a little baby version, like a really quick version of tackle, or quick attack, perhaps? I mean, like, it is quick, and I'm not saying that being quick is not effective. I'm just saying that they have to be in tandem. Being fast and having the scythes go in tandem, and, you know, Curtis is right to a degree. That's what makes Scyther Scyther. It's the speed and the blades together. But the question is, what is the most effective weapon? By definition, my argument is speed is not a weapon. It's an ability. It aids the Scyther in doing what it's going to do. Like, there are other Pokemon that have blades out there, that is true, and the speed is important, and it helps aid in what it's going to do, but if it didn't have those scythes at all, it wouldn't be the fierce Pokemon. I mean, like, you walk into a territory with trees cut down. All right,
Corbin, you're starting to eat away.
Well, this is my closing statement. You walk into a
You
walk into a territory, and you see trees cut down. What do you think? This is a Scyther's territory. I'm going to steer clear from it, because I know the weapons that it has, and I know what it's capable of, because all these trees are down. What would happen if Scyther didn't have those weapons? You're just going to see a bunch of headbutts and trees? How is it going to knock the trees over? How is it going to stake its claim? How is it going to be a terrifying force of nature to reckon with? It needs the size to do that. It needs its weapons to do that. So now I rest my case.
Okay, now you can definitely rest your case.
It's going to sleep.
Mr. Curtis, it is your turn to make a closing statement. If you would like to, you can use part of it to respond to Corbin's closing statement. But take it away.
Of course. Yeah, Corbin says that Scyther needs to have its scythes to be the fearsome Pokemon it is. And I would say yes. But I would say there's a lot of Pokemon, as I said before, that have scythes and that can cut down trees. And that doesn't make Scyther the most unique and powerful element that makes Scyther stand out amongst the rest. Okay, it's his speed in combination with those blades. And that's what makes Scyther's great.
That's not what the argument is.
Shush. Is not your turn to speak, Corbin.
It is the most effective out of the two. Is the speed. Thank you. If I have to spell it out exactly like that for you. Anyway, on to my closing statement.
Oh, okay.
Blinding, blur, too fast, illusion of more than one, imperceptibly quick, nimble, agile. Prey attempts to flee are thwarted by their nimble motions. These are all the descriptions as we read through the Pokedex. This is what Scyther is known for, is its speed and its blades. But without its speed, it's a Cricketune. And nobody wants a Cricketune.
He's got you there.
I mean, he doesn't, because how do we know Cricketune has blades like that? We don't know. We haven't studied Cricketune yet, so we don't know.
Or Kabutops, or...
Yeah, right. Exactly. It is the speed that enhances them. It's the speed that gives them their edge, one would say. And I would say it is the most vital and important part of the Scyther's arsenal. Thank you very much.
Are you resting your case? Sorry, I don't know.
Oh, my case is already rested. It rested after the first part.
Okay, it's sleeping right now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, excellent job to the both of you. Again, like always, I'm not going to say who came out on top. I think it was a valiant effort on both sides. I think, and okay, enough of that. I think more importantly, what we learned today is that it's really the combination of two of them. And I think both of you kind of hit on this a little bit in both of your debates. But it's the combination of the speed and the sides that make Scyther so powerful and the force to be reckoned with. So,
amen.
All right. So, full marks for both of you. I think you both included, a bunch of information that we learned in class. You definitely went after each other's counter arguments, sometimes even before the other one started talking. So, full marks there. Excellent job today. Does anybody know who we're going to be talking about next week?
Of course, any bug aficionado would know that after Scyther comes
Scyther.
Yes.
In the evolutionary chain, yes, you are correct. Scyther does evolve into Scyther, or Cleaver, depending on what time period you're in.
Yes.
But that's actually not next in the Pokedex, because again, we've mentioned that the National Pokedex is ordered in a manner that's bizarre at times. So actually, the next Pokemon is not related to Scyther in any way.
Oh, okay.
It's not a bug type. It's not a flying
who is
type.
Well, I'm not interested in.
Okay.
Hold on. I'll just say it. It's Jinx. We're learning about Jinx next week. Yes, another very rare Pokemon.
The kissy Pokemon.
That's the technical term for it.
Okay.
No. But
it's the human-shaped Pokemon, which
what?
Sure, I guess. That's what it's called. We can talk about that next week.
You know what? I take that back. Mr. Curtis is interested.
Good.
Now.
Now we can do it. Finally,
okay. we reeled him back in. Okay. But anyways, that's going to do it for today's lesson. If you have any questions for me, the professor, feel free to send me a Gengar mail at wwopokemon@gmail.com. If you don't have a Gengar mail, that's perfectly fine. You can also find us on the Flying Pokemon themed social network site, Twitter. We are there at wwopokemon as well. But that's going to do it for today's lesson. So until next time, class is dismissed. Welcome to the World of Pokemon is a part of the Pokecasters Network.